Yo, what's going on, everybody? Connor on Chain here, bringing you guys another BRC20 video today. So we're gonna jump right into it. I'm just gonna be talking about 5 of the most solid utility BRC20 projects that I've found, that I've done my research on, that I really do think have really good long-term potential in this market for when the bull run really picks up in about a year from now, or even shorter or longer throughout this whole bull run. So we're going to talk about 5, like I just said, and we're actually going to start with one of them, which is right here. So Track Network. I've talked about this many times. I made a video about this. I don't even know when Track was. It was a lot lower than it is now. But Track is a data indexing protocol for BRC20s, for any sort of data sets that deal with the BRC20 ecosystem. Their website here is track.network. So track all things ordinal. Decentralized meta protocol tracking for Bitcoin ordinals. I don't have too much to say about it. Track is a powerhouse. They're building so much in the space already. Having BRC20 as a narrative being so new, still literally in its infancy. Like, we're only seeing real utility projects pop up now. I assume that a couple have been here now for maybe a month, a couple months. But Track has easily proven itself to be one of the most promising in the BRC20 ecosystem, which is why it's number 1 on my list without a question. The market cap of Track is around 60 million, 62.5 million here. And if you guys aren't familiar, this is BRC20.io with the hyphen inside of it here. BRC20 hyphen or BRC-20.io if you want to go to this website. Like I said, Track is a powerhouse. Nothing will change my mind in that. I still hold some Track, and I'm holding this probably throughout the entire bull run. So Track was number 1. Number 2 that I want to talk about is actually, let's see, where is it here? So this one is a protocol that is aiming to be an exchange. They want to be a solid, brand new BRC20 crypto exchange, basically. So the ticker is STST. So we're going to go to the website here. It's SatSat.exchange. So what is it? It's a Bitcoin Layer 2 BRC20 trading platform with fairness, shared benefits, transparency, and low gas fees. So they mainly want to bring BRC20s into full adoption mode. They just want to grow the BRC20 ecosystem and have it be a lot easier for normal people, as in people that aren't familiar with BRC20s, which is still a massive portion of people, including people in crypto. They want to make it easier for people to enter, to be buying and selling, and exposed to BRC20s. So they got reduction in gas fees, which is pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure, let me see here. Yeah, and so they are deployed on top of MAP protocol, which is it's a layer 2 Bitcoin scaling solution, which also has a BRC20 token attached to it. Well, yeah, and this is another one. I'm going to get into this one in a little bit. But yeah, they're aiming to just be a solid, whether it's the first or a first mover in a real order book trading exchange. I can't even talk today. But yeah, this is SatSat. Right now their Twitter is temporarily banned or something like that, which is kind of weird because I was looking at it. I'm not even kidding, this morning I was looking at it and it was fine. So I'm kind of curious as to what happened here, but this is SatSat. You guys can peep this one. The market cap of SatSat is around 3 million. So the chart, honestly, like over, let me go to Unisat too. I'm going to pull up STST here. Yeah, so I mean, as far as the chart goes, let's see over the last like month. Yeah, so it really, I guess from when it minted out, it must have been minted. Had a nice little pump, came back down, and right now it looks like it's sitting at a bottom, which, when I see projects like that at a floor level, You know, that's always a good sign for an entry if the utility is there, if the team is there, you know, if certain factors are met. And in my opinion, STST definitely meets my criteria as a solid utility hold. At 3 million, that easily could be pulling 10, 20, 30x in the midterm, as in, you know, 6 months from now, 8 months, if Bitcoin really starts to pop off, you know, before this halving. So anyways, that was number 2. Number 3 I want to get into, this one's actually called Roop. So this one is very interesting too. So I actually want to check the chart because I haven't looked at it recently. Yeah, so Roop has had, since its mint, it's had a little steady incline. It's been going up, which that's always a good sign to see in charts as well. So we're gonna pull up Twitter here. So this is Rolluper. That's literally what it's called, Rolluper. And this is the ticker. Oh, BRC20 Roop. That was the token right there. Yeah, so we're going to go to the website, which I actually have it up right here. So Rolluper is a key channel for rolling up BRC20 assets to Bitcoin Layer 2 trading, initiated by the community and with revenues fed back to the community. So this one's interesting because what this does is it seems like they're aiming to roll up BRC20 tokens, which are literally on Bitcoin, roll them up onto layer 2 solutions, as in putting them, even if they're creating like ETH tokens for these BRC20s. You know, that might not be the actual case, but it's going to be something like that, in which these BRC20s are able to trade on other exchanges and have all this liquidity, easily able to trade them. So Rolluper, like, that's a solid utility in itself. And to me, this is like a real one. It's like a first DeFi project. You know, I think it's really interesting. This is one I want you guys to peep. Do some research on your own too, because this one's definitely interesting. We're gonna see. Yeah, and this one is macro product. Yeah, Roop is pretty cool. I want to see this one really take off. This is number 3 on my list. So number 4. Oh no, real quick. Roop. I didn't even pull it up here. Let's see. I think the market cap is around 7 million. I'm pretty sure, which, you know, it has pumped a little bit, but a pump like that, that's in no way, shape, or form is going to take away from the actual value of the project. Yeah, I can't even find it. I must have passed it like 3 times, I swear. Roop. R-O-U-P. I don't see it here. Let's see if the search... Roop, there it is. So yeah, 6.7, because it did drop a little bit. And I know the chart looks weird, but these are just... Honestly, I don't even know why these wicks happen. I don't know if it's from big buys coming in that just wick it real quick, or something like that. I have no idea. But anyways, I know the chart's just been on a slow, steady incline, but like I said, I mean, sitting at this market cap, this has the potential to do solid plays and movement, as in easily into like 6 figures worth of market cap. Couple $100 million, I wouldn't be surprised to see that sitting at eventually. Not anytime soon. I'm not talking about in a week from now, as in maybe a few months, maybe even like a year and a half out. Because again, my videos here, I'm talking about longer term holds. These are not trades, as in like 2-day trades. So number 4, we're gonna go into Ghosty here. So this one is GHSY. This is one of my favorite BRC20 tokens right now. It's sitting at around 1 million in market cap, 1.2. The chart looks fairly solid, but what Ghosty is it's an anonymous DEX basically, in which you can trade BRC20s onto many different chains. And you know, they're pretty active on Twitter here. They're still small, you know, but they keep adding like different BRC20s onto the platform. They add different chains that you can swap on all the time. You know, they applied to CoinMarketCap, I think CoinGecko too eventually, or they might have done it already too. I'm not too sure. But this is one of my favorite BRC20 projects for the value that it's at. It's very undervalued still at the moment. So that's Ghosty Cash. I really want to see this one take off because having a privacy DEX literally for Bitcoin on Bitcoin right now for BRC20s is, I think it's so undervalued. Like that's just so many narratives combined just right there with one project. And so number 5, you know what? I had this list on my phone because I've been stuck between for maybe a couple tokens here. And let me see if I can find this real quick. So it was between our DEX and the council. So I'm going to talk about both of them. I'll throw 6 in here. So this one is called the council. This is, yeah, you know, this is honestly more bullish in my opinion. But council is, this is a very interesting one in my opinion. So this is a group of people, and I think these people are, I don't know if they're Bitcoin OGs or they're just people that are very knowledgeable on Bitcoin itself, on the future of Bitcoin. They're very like invested, not financially, but like mentally invested in Bitcoin, the future of DeFi in Bitcoin and ordinals. And with this team here, this group of people, it's a community driven project in that sense, but they're also launching a full out BRC20 launchpad, which a launchpad in this space would be a crazy utility. I would love to see that actually take over. The launchpad is going to be Toshi, which I honestly thought they'd have a token out for this, which the ticker I think is going to be TSHX, something like that. But this is a really solid project too. I think I have the website up here. But yeah, it looks really cool. Like this is a unique. I really haven't seen a project that does anything like this. It just seems really cool. Yeah, they got a little bit of lore here too, just thrown in there. I think it's sick. I'm not gonna lie. But this one's interesting too as far as price point. So there's a 10K supply to council tokens here, and you know people are only buying 1 to maybe 10, 20 at a time, because one of them right now is worth around $130. So seeing that, you know, these definitely, like, if you're gonna buy into an investment and invest into it, you're not gonna be buying like, you know, thousands of these tokens unless you have tens of thousands of dollars to throw in it. You know, to me it seems almost like an NFT. They're aiming to be like an NFT type token here, because there's literally 10,000 total. It's kind of interesting. But let's see what the chart looks like too, just over the last month. So yeah, hasn't really done too much, but steady incline. And like I said, this market is just so slept on and undervalued. I think just with time and volume and more people that are going to flood into it over time, it's going to completely change. So last one I'm going to talk about, and this is up 50% actually. So this is our DEX. So this is kind of like another DEX on top of Bitcoin as well. So this is orders exchange, and let's see if this actually loads up. So this is going to be the first order book DEX for BRC20. So this one, in my opinion, it kind of is battling for market share with like Ghosty. But Ghosty is definitely a lot smaller. But this one's got a great utility. I think a DEX for BRC20s. I think one of the first DEXs that's going to be out that really takes off is going to be this one and Ghosty. But the fact that Ghosty is anonymous, you know, it gives it a different, almost like a different element to it. But yeah, like all of these are brand new. You guys can check these out as well for yourself. I really like all these projects that I talked about, hence why I'm talking about them. And I think over the next 2 years, most of these, if not all of these, can pull easy 10 to 20x's, if not more than that. Because again, as the market share of the BRC20 ecosystem grows, so will all the coins. Again, it's 2.8 billion is the whole market. And I think Ordi and Sats are most of the market share at the moment. You know, and Sats like they're doing their thing. Ordy's doing his thing. I'm not gonna talk about him. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Just wanted to talk about all these projects for you guys. And I'll see you in the next one. So thank you.